Now on Central Illinois News Day, how an overnight domestic dispute leaves an East Peoria woman and child in the hospital. Then, shifting the trucking industry, what stigmas a Morton Trucking Company is working to overcome and who it's hiring for jobs. Also,
today we have a Groundhog Day recipe that is a winner beyond a shadow of a doubt. Any ideas to what it could be?
Central Illinois News Day on WMVD starts now.
Developing at this hour, Illinois State Police say a woman and child are in the hospital following an overnight domestic situation in East Peoria. Thank you for joining us here on CI News Day. I'm Rebecca Brumfield. That incident later leading to an officer being stabbed multiple times and a suspect shot and killed. Police say the crime happened around 1 a.m. in the parking lot of CVS. Early information showing officers were responding to a domestic call. But when police arrived to investigate, one of the officers was stabbed. The suspect then shot and killed. Investigators telling us the injured officer is in stable condition.
So at this point in time, we're trying to make sure that they're taken care of, that the officers are taken care of, that the victim's family is taken care of.
East Peoria, Washington, Creve Coeur Police and Tazewell County Sheriff's Departments all responding this morning. Demetrio Sanders will have more on the situation and its developments at 4 o'clock. In other news, President Joe Biden is trying to gain support for one of his $1.9 trillion corona relief packages. And as Natalie Brand explains, congressional Democrats are taking steps to pass the bill on their own if the bipartisan effort falls short.
Democratic leaders have now introduced budget resolutions in the House and Senate, paving the way for them to potentially pass President Biden's coronavirus relief package without support from Senate Republicans.
We are not going to dilute, dither, or delay. The needs of the American people are so demanding. We need to think big, and we need to act quickly.
In an effort to negotiate with Republicans, the president spent 2 hours talking to a group of GOP senators who have a counterproposal a third of the size of the administration's $1.9 trillion plan.
I wouldn't say that we came together on a package tonight. No one expected that in a 2-hour meeting. But what we did agree to do is to follow up and talk further.
Both sides acknowledge there are areas of common ground, but the White House press secretary says the president will not settle for a package that fails to meet the moment. Both the administration and Republican proposals include $160 billion for COVID vaccinations and testing. But on unemployment insurance, the White House wants $400 a week through September, while Republicans want $300 a week through June. The White House wants $1,400 stimulus checks for most Americans, with Republicans proposing $1,000 for people in lower income brackets.
It's more rhetoric to say that, oh my gosh, the house is on fire, when in reality, if you look at what the data is from the Fed, the families are doing pretty well based upon what we've already done.
Senator Bill Cassidy points out that all 5 previous relief packages have passed with bipartisan support, adding up to nearly $3.5 trillion in aid. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And Chicago is temporarily delaying part of its return to in-person learning plan after the teachers union threatened to strike over safety concerns during the pandemic. It's part of a national debate about reopening schools in which teachers are often caught between their love for the classroom and fears about their own health and the health of their students. Well, back here at home, one Twin Cities pizza pub will face fines for violating the governor's COVID-19 restrictions. At last night's special meeting of the Liquor Commission, the Normal Town Council slapping Joe's Station House Pizza Pub in Normal with a more than $1,700 fine. That's on top of nearly $2,500 in court costs. Council members debated over whether or not to implement fines for the pizza pub, with Council member Kevin McCarthy saying he spoke with other restaurant owners who wanted to see those fines imposed.
All the businesses I spoke to, all the restaurants, similar businesses, not random businesses, but similar businesses I spoke to, favored some consequences for non-compliance so everybody would play by the same rules. That's what they wanted.
Council members Stan Nord and Scott Preston voting against imposing fines. Keeping an eye on Caterpillar has officially completed its acquisition of Weir Oil and Gas. It's the oil and gas division of Weir Group plc, a Scotland-based global engineering business. It'll now be called SPM Oil and Gas. Their transaction includes more than 40 global service centers and 2,000 employees. Its headquarters are near Fort Worth, Texas. Investing millions of dollars to help advance racial equity. The Kroger Company Foundation announcing yesterday $3 million will be invested to several organizations in the country for the Build It Together grant. One of the organizations has a Peoria tie. It's called the Local Initiative Support Corporations. LISC is the country's largest community development organization. In a statement, it said it will use its $500,000 grant to launch a partnership with Project 10X to close the racial health, wealth, and opportunity gaps within the nation. Well, coming up, anticipating predictions. What a Central Illinois groundhog shadow predicts for the rest of the winter season.
You're watching Central Illinois Newsday with Rebecca Brumfield and meteorologist Molly Naslund with your local Weather Authority forecast. This is Central Illinois Newsday on WMVD.